this is the main idea behind this geometry. So since everything is under control, we can make a parametric array out of this. When you have objects selected, just click on create parametric array, and I probably don't need this original object anymore, and we start with 20 objects, and this definitely should be copy. Alright, it will take a little bit of time because the boolean operation needs to be updated. As you may know, in my previous video we showed that if you want to use the profiles inside the loft object, you have to animate them. Anyhow, I didn't do that, but if you want to adjust these profile even after this array, you can just simply animate the vertices and then press yes here to be able to control those vertices on all the array members. But for now, I'm going to skip this step, so there will be no control on the cross sections, but we can still control our ellipse form. Okay. Under the object, open the boolean object, and you will see both loft and box as operands under it. What we're going to do, we're going to arrange the box along this ellipse form. So it's simply, you go under the operand B transformation, you choose the position, and we use a curve controller to arrange these boxes inside the boolean objects over the curve. I pick my curve here and I just update it. So right now you can see I have these boxes on this curve, but all of them are parallel because I didn't rotate them yet. So the next thing is just to rotate these boxes in Z direction. As you can see, if I rotate them, they're all rotating in the same direction. What I can do, or I can orient these boxes to be perpendicular to the curve. So to do that, we're going to assign the curve controller into this property. But as you know, what is coming out of the curve controller in terms of rotation is a vector value, which contains x, y, z rotations. But what I have here is a scalar value, and I can't use the rotation of the curve directly in this. A solution to this problem is to use a convert controller. Let's see. I have the convert controller in my Z rotation, and I choose convert from vector, since I'm going to assign the vector curve controller into the vector channel, and then I will take only the Z component as Z rotation from the curve controller. So the next step is to assign a curve controller here, and let's check what's happening inside the curve. First, let's pick our curve, which is the same ellipse, and from the output make sure the rotation is selected. So now we just need to update the array, and as you can see, the boxes now are following the curve in terms of direction. Notice that when the box cuts through the surface from the other side, it obviously may not be perpendicular because the form is not a circle, it's an ellipse. But for us it doesn't matter, because we're going to change even this rotation randomly. To add a kind of random effect to this, we're going to add another value to the rotation which is coming from the curve using the math controller. Just click on this convert controller and drag a math controller on top. And then we're going to keep this convert controller under the math controller as a sub-controller. Well, you can see that our convert controller is now assigned to component A, and we can increase the amount of this by adding the value to B, because this B is going to be added to A. So for example, if you add 30 degree, everything will rotate 30 degrees from the current rotation, which is coming out of this convert controller. Now we can do this in a random manner by assigning a random controller into it. And inside the random controller, we set the minimum and maximum to -60 and 60. And you can see that it's already have some sort of random rotation all over. Let's go back and see what else we can do. You may notice in actual building, these strips not only are rotating along the Z, but also are rotating along their X direction, as I do it here. As I'm changing this rotation, you can see how it works. So probably we can add another random controller in here to create some more interesting pattern. Well, I think we are almost there, so we still can adjust this with our box. Okay, much better. If you don't want overlap faces at intersection points, you can also randomize the shell modifier outer amount. For this, we use something between 0.5 and 1 unit, because this is controlled by this random controller. Always one of the strips is thicker than the other one, so it's pass through that without overlapping faces. At the end, you just need to increase your array count. And whenever you press update button, you can get different pattern. So once you create proper variation, you can make a snapshot by clicking on the snapshot button. Just make another one. Thanks for watching.